Factorization is a subtopic we are going to see. Let us see what happens in factorization. Now, factorization, you need to be a little bit careful. Okay, let us see. This is a way of expressing a function of an expression as a product of its factors. Factors can be in terms of linear terms, can be in terms of product terms, or they can be in terms of real numbers. It's always easier to factorize functions with even number of terms. Even number, when the number of terms, they are like 2, 4, 6, and that. If two terms have a common term, we put the common term outside and we put the remaining terms in a bracket. Look at this. In simple terms, by the way, factorization is the process of creating brackets. You create brackets because those two terms are going to be multiplying each other. Look at this. When I look at this, if they don't factorize this, I look at this term and I look at this term. What are they having in common? So this one is having A and this one is having A. Now, the common term we put outside the bracket. So when I put this A, I remove this A, I put it outside. So here, when I remove A here, I remain with X. When I remove A here, I remain with Y. So instead, when you expand this times this will get AX, and when you expand this and this will get AY. In simple terms, factorizing is a reverse of expanding brackets. As simple as that. If we have B, instead here, B is common. If the sign is negative, we leave it as negative, the way you see. But this one is going to see, depends on what you want to factorize out. Okay, factorize the following. When I look at this, instead I have 2, I have 2. So it's that 2 is common. So this will be now 2 out. Here, when I remove 2 here, I remain with X. Then here, I remain with Y. As simple as that, that's done. When I look at this, what is common? We know that, okay, let me handle this first. This. When I look at this, I'm seeing, is there 3 in the 6? Now it's still here, it's not direct. But I ask myself, is there 3 in the 6? Yes. Why? Because I know 3y, then plus 6 is the same as 3 times 2. Now it's like this 3 was hidden in a 6. So it's that 3 is here and 3 is here. So if you factorize it out, you get 3y. If I remove 3 here, I'll be remaining with a 2. And I'm through with that in the same. Then here, you see that 4 and 8. In simple terms, what we factorize out, you divide it here. You look at this. When I remove a 2, when I divide here by 2, I get X. When I divide here by 2, I get Y. When I remove here 3, when I divide here by 3, I get Y. When I divide here by 3, I get 2. In simple terms, what we factorize out, you divide it with the terms you have. So, instead, 8 is a multiple of 4. So it means that this will be 4 in 2. When I remove 4 here, I divide here by 4, I remain with A. Then when I divide here by 4, I remain with 2. And you can factorize that with A. As simple as that. When I count this, now I have y squared and 2y. I'm seeing that y is common because you know that y squared is the same as y times y. Then plus 2y. So that y is common. When I remove y here, and I remove y here, and here I remove y and then with y. When I divide here by y, and then with 2. And now you start, when you open the back, you're going to get this. Y times 1, you get y squared. Y times 2, you get 2y. Then start what's common is m. So when I remove m here, these are 2, I remain with 1. Then this m divided here, will be having 1 with 3. As simple as that. When we come to this now, when we are having negative terms, be careful. So here I have negative 5, but you see that this is a multiple of 5. 10 is a multiple of 5. So it means that now I'm going to remove a negative 5 here. So if I remove a negative 5 here, what you do, get this negative 5, divide it here. When you divide here by negative 5, you remain with y. Then when you divide here with a negative 5, a negative divided by a positive, you get a negative. Then here, remain with a 2. 5 goes in 10, 2 times. Now, when we expand, we see negative 5 times y, you get negative 5y. The negative and the negative, you get a positive. 5 times 2, you get 10. As simple as that. Or the other way you could see that in this, I can write 10 as negative 5 times negative 2. So, in simple terms, negative 5y plus 10 is the same as negative 5y plus negative 5 times negative 2. So it's that when I remove a negative 5 here, I made with y. When I remove a negative 5 here, I made with a negative 2, which is the same. So there are many ways of dealing with these numbers, please. So the easiest way is when you say common term on the first term, you remove it and you divide it with the second term, and simple as that. When you come to this, you see the common term is negative 6. When I remove here negative 6 here, now when I go here with the negative 6, I made with 1x. So we are in this. Then here, when I divide by negative 6, negative divided, remember we are removing negative 6. When I divide it here, I have negative to give me a positive. 6 divided by 12, and 12 divided by 6, you get a 2. And you are done. Because this time this you get negative 6. Negative times a positive, you get a negative. 6 times 2, you get 4. As simple as that. Okay, so the idea of what you remove is what you divide. Works so much. Anyway, let us come to this. Now here, what is common? You start this bracket here is common, and it's common here. This is very easy. You remove the common brackets. So that x plus 2 is common here and here. If you remove it, now here, I divide this bracket here. When I divide it, it will go, I remain with x. Then, when I divide this bracket here, I remain with 3 in simple terms. Or in simple terms, when I remove x plus 2 here I remain with x, here I remain with positive 3. As simple as that. Now this one, you see what is common is y plus 1, y plus 1. When I remove y plus 1 out, I will read here, when I remove this from here, I remain with 3y. When I remove this from here, what remains there is now negative 2y. And you are through. As simple as that. When I come to this, what is common is this and this. When I remove p minus 3, here I remain with p here. If I remove this, we are taking it away. When I remove it here, I remain with a p. Then when I remove this here, I remain with a negative 3. As simple as that. We are factorized. And we are done. Now, these ones we are going to apply all the ideas we have covered here and here to these questions. Be careful. Now, here you look at the terms. We say it's always easier to factorize terms with even terms. So how many terms we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the term, this is the term, this is the term, and this is the term. So we have 4 terms. Here we had 1 term, 1 term. So those are 2 terms. 1, 2. Here, 1, 2. So now, if they are they even 1, 2, 3, 4, so they are even. It's easier now to factorize that. Now you see, this and this, what is common? Is that A is common here and A is common here. Remove that A. When I remove A here, I divide here by A. When divide here by A, we get 2. On the terms we are using, what is common here is B and B. So when we remove a positive B, remain with X, then plus 2. When we remove a B here, remain with X. When we remove a B from here, remain with 2. We start now this is common. Now we're in this part. We are seeing that this bracket is common. Now we are seeing that this is and this is common. So remove it. When I remove this bracket here, X plus 2, here I remain with A, then here I remain with a B, and you are through. Just like that. These are very easy things. Okay, when we come to this, what is common? Are they even? 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are even. So I can start now. What is common? Here and here, what is common? I'm seeing the A here, I'm seeing the A here. If I remove A, here I remain with B. Then I remove this A here, I remain with 3. Then plus, what is common here? I'm seeing, is it B? No. Is it Y? Yes. When I remove Y, when I remove Y from here, I remain with B. When I remove Y from here, I remain with negative 3. So now you have this common and this common. When you remove that common thing, we have now A plus Y. And be having that with ease. So in simple terms, when you remove this bracket, we divide it here, we divide this by this, you'll be having this surviving. When you divide this by this, you have y surviving. Okay, now here, this one need to take some extra care. So start 3 is common here, and you see that also 3 is common here. So that is the first part. So when I move here 3, I mean with 3 into, now x, then get this 3 divided here. This is 3 divided here, we have negative 2. So when you expand, this time this will get 3x, this time this will get 6x. So there is okay. Now in most cases, we want to create this same bracket here. Now it's that what is common here is y. But when I move y, I'll be having negative x plus 2, which is not common to this. In simple terms, if you start the term you are removing with the sign you are removing it with, it's not giving you this first bracket. Now you change and remove now with the opposite side. So look at this. When I remove y, if I'm to remove y, I'll be having negative x now plus 2. And you see it's not similar to this. So it means that the sign you have removed is not the same the sign you have to. Now you change the sign. Now, what about if I remove a negative y? If I remove a negative y, if I remove a negative y, here I remain with x. Because when I multiply this and this, I'll come back to this. Now, if we remove a negative y, what you do, you get this, you divide it here. So you have 2y divided by negative y. This will go. So negative and the positive will get negative 2. So this will be giving you a negative 2. Now, how do you check that you are right? When you multiply this and this, you get negative xy. A negative and a negative will get a positive. Y times 2 will get 2y. So then this is now this and this is common. So we have now x minus 2. Then here I have 3 minus y, and I have factorized out that in simple terms. Okay, so members, you have to be careful. Learn the idea of what you remove is what you divide. So you have to be careful. Or is you create the bracket, the first bracket, also you create it here. As simple as that. Now, when it comes to this one, now you need more extra care. Why? The terms are they even? 1, 2, 3. They are not even. What happens? Now, here we are going to bring in some common sense. How do I create something even? It means that I need to create now this and this are okay. Now, we try to create this, we divide this into parts. But the way we are dividing it should be very. You should be careful with that. Now, you see, I need the a squared, and I have a squared, I have b squared. Now, I'm seeing this is combining the two. Now, I should divide this that it doesn't change the meaning of the equation. How? You know, if you have 2, it's the same as 1 plus 1. If you have 2, it's the same as 3 minus 1. This is giving you a 2 also. There are many ways you can express a 2. If you have it is the same as 4 minus 2, there are ways you can get a 2. But now you be careful. Either you take 2 is 1 plus 1. So it's that if I want 2ab, I can take it as a plus b. When I simplify 1 plus 1, I come back to the original thing. When you get 3 minus 1, you get back a 2. So now me, I'm seeing this is going to be a squared, then plus. In most cases, the idea is going to be the coefficients of these last terms will give you the idea. So it's that if I get this as 1ab plus 1ab, then plus b squared. You see when I add 1 plus 1, I go back to by 2. So I have not changed anything. In simple terms, this is the same as a squared plus ab, then plus ab, then plus b squared. When you add ab plus ab, you come back to our 2ab. So you have created now the terms are even, but you have not changed the meaning, or you have not changed the equation. Why? When I simplify these two, I go back to 2ab, but I have created even terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you create even terms, you can easily factorize. So what is common here is a. It says a squared is the same as a times a. So when I move a, here remember you get this a, you divide it with a squared. You get a plus. Then this a divided here, you get b. Then what is common here? We have A, here we don't have A. We have B, we have B, so B is common. When I remove a B, here I remain with A. When I remove a B, here I remain with 1B. Now, is there anything common? This and this are common. So this will be now A plus B into now. When I remove A plus B here, I remain with A. When I remove A plus B here, I remain with B. And now I have factorized that with ease. Now, when we come to this, be careful. How? I have now a negative. I told you always the coefficient of this, the terms we are going to introduce should be factors of the coefficient of these two. So here I have 1, here I have -2, and here I have a coefficient 1. It means that now, what you start here, what we have here is -1. How can I express -1? You can see that this will be the same as, you can say -3 plus 2. It's going to give you -1. -1 can be the same as -4 plus 3, still will give you -1. But now, we look at this, it has coefficient 1, this one is having 2. It means that one of these ones should be having 1 and one should be having 8. Why? The things we introduced should be factors to these coefficients. So you see 3 is not a factor to any of these coefficients, but 2 is to 1. What about when I try out this? Is -1 equal to -2 plus 1? When I simplify this, I get -1. I'm seeing 1 is a factor to this. I'm seeing a 2 is a factor to this. So now this pair is going to work. Here, when you check that, even here it worked because the coefficient of this was 1 and the coefficient of this was 1. These last two terms will give you the factors you have to introduce in. So now it means that I'm going to bring in now this here. So -1 is going to give me this. Meaning that now, if I have -xy, it will be now -2xy plus xy. When I simplify this, I come back to this. Let us see. So this will be now x squared minus 2xy plus xy minus y squared. Why? When I simplify this -2 plus xy, -2xy plus xy, I come back to -xy. Now, you check what is common here and here. So here x is common and here x is common. So when I remove x, here I remain with x. When I remove x from here, I remain with 2y. So that is okay now. No. Sorry for this. Here we had a 2. Here I had my 2y squared. Okay, so now when I remove x here, I made with x. When I remove x, I made with -2y. Now here I ask, what is common here and here? I'm seeing I have y, I have also y there. Now you see that what I remove should create now this first bracket. So when I remove y from here, here I made with x. When I remove 1y from this one, I made with 2y. When you try to expand, this time this will get x squared, this time this will get 2xy, this time this will get xy, this time this will get 2y squared, and you're okay. Is there anything common? Yes. So this is common. So now we remove x minus 2y. Here I remain with x, and here I remain with y. And now we have factorized all that. That's how you factorize those members. We are going now to see more. I will see you well.